Okay guys, welcome to Martin Motorsport, and we are back at Murray Bridge Speedway again for the last meeting of the season, and it's a packed show tonight. We've got about 23 wingless, I think. We've got junior sedans, street stocks, it's the MCAR National South Australian title. We've got mod lights, and they've got wingless sprints, so 6 classes here tonight, so I suppose they'll jam it all in somehow. So last meeting of the season for us. I think there might be a country one up at Waikerie, but we're going to probably get the motor taken out and get it freshened up this season. So this is our last meeting, so big thanks to everyone that's helped us out throughout the season. We better go for a walk around and show you all the sponsors we've had. And if you're interested in getting on the car for next season, send me a message. We're on Facebook, Martin Motorsport, so you can send a private message or leave a message in the comments of the video if you'd like to be part of the team and join in. So again, big thanks to everyone that's on the car that's helped us out this season. If it wasn't for you guys, we'd probably be doing about 3 race meetings for the year, so it's been fantastic. So we'll go for a bit of a walk around the pits and check out a few of the other cars. So down the back here we've got all the street stocks, and then next to them the junior sedans. All the wingless parked here at the back and up the hill. Over here we have the little mod lights. I think this was my second midlife crisis, one of these cars. Great little cars, 1000cc road bike motors in them. A few more over here. That's actually my old car, the 21 there. I think Liam's having his first run tonight in it. And we've got the MCARs here, which was probably my second old age crisis. Had one of these, great cars, all had to run the same V8 motor and same wheels. Bit more modern these days, they've got a quick change diff in them, all of them. Bit of a shame they've sort of gone downhill a bit here in South Australia. I think there's only about 1 or 2 South Australians entered in the state title tonight, and the rest have come from Victoria, maybe New South Wales as well. So track's looking pretty much the same it has the last few meetings. Got a fair bit of water into it. This time of year it cools down fairly quick, so it's probably going to be a fairly racy track later on tonight. But we usually run into trouble in the first one when it's still a bit greasy, so we're going to try a few different things again tonight, and it's the last meeting, and see how we go. I think we'll hand you over to Sam and he can do a bit of a check of the track with you.
G'day guys, we're back at Murray Bridge for the last meeting of the year. Beautiful day, track's looking pretty wet at the moment, but it's still pretty early, so plenty of time for it to dry out. So yeah, hopefully we can have a first good heat. AMCARs are up first, so hopefully they'll take a bit of the slime off and the track shouldn't be too bad. Running a different setup, so not sure what the car's going to do, but thought we'll try something different. Yeah, so we'll see what happens.
Okay, we got Liam having his first run in the mod light tonight. Now look after this, because this used to be my little baby.
I'll try to, mate.
Yeah.
Hopefully I can, redo that photo for you tonight. Eh?
No worries.
Yeah.
Have fun. Just get out there. And we've got our little helper here again tonight, Casey. How you going, Casey? You all ready?
Yeah,
let's hope it doesn't get too muddy. So we got it all fixed after last week, but this front beam, or the front axle, that's that one there, got a slight bend in it, probably back that way about 3 or 4 mil, maybe 5 mil, but that's actually the way you want it. It helps it turn a bit. So, and the other side is also bent a bit. Last meeting of the season we weren't going to spend $300 on another one, so We'll see how we go. Should be okay though. Okay, here we go, heat 1, starting from pole. See how we go, first heat, usually pretty shit, surrounded by a few good guys there.
Thing as we go green with event number 2. It's a drag race here. It's Sam Martin and it's Spike. Spike might have got a little bit of assistance there. He's on the infield. He didn't spin. It was a half lose. He might have been hoping for the cautions, but we remain green and he has dropped a long way back through the field. He'll be very disappointed. But out in front, it's all Sam Martin, slamming Sam, doing it well here. He'll be looking to make hay whilst the sun does shine, and I reckon that sun, it'll dip pretty early here now that we've lost daylight savings, that's for sure. We look back to Brad Vaughan, he's sitting in second position. Then it's back to Rotten Robbie Hurd holding down third. He's looking pretty good, and Hayden Vickers, he's, I must say, looking pretty racy in fourth position. We're a few laps into this event. Spoljaric now trying to tack onto the that rear nerve of Vickers. In fact, he might drive by him on the inside. He's almost got it done. Haydos trying to fight back at him. They're wheel to wheel in turn number 3. They touch. But it's Spoljaric. He's got the elbows after that earlier incident. And he's now going to set his sights on the 55 of Robbie Hurd up ahead of him. Good to see him fighting back because it was a little unfair after he got a little bit of assistance when we went green.
It wasn't an untidy start for the 19. For Spoljaric, he's just had his fought his way back up to fourth. Our leader is now in turn number 4, the 66 of Sam Martin. Doing it nicely. Last weekend's feature race winner runner-up. Brad Vaughan in the second spot. Think about the Robert Hurd, Michael Spoljaric and Hayden Vickers. In that Lewis and Hawley's number 98 back there rounding out the top 5. The top 2 are a long way in front as they head out of turn number 2. The third place driver is just crossing the start finish line. Sam Martin was the fastest driver around the last lap in that 66. He does it again, goes 14.595. Not only is he leading, but he is well and truly the fastest car out there. The rest of the field pretty well spaced up. There's the 80 of Brad Vaughan in that second spot. There's our race leader. Sam Martin takes the white flag, 1 to go. Down the back, he won't quite get to the back of Nicole Southby as he races his way through turn number 3 and 4. The car got a little untidy on the exit of 4, but it won't matter. He takes the win, second to Brad Vaughan. And it'll be a long way back, as we said, for Robert Hurd in the NT 55. He'll get third ahead of Michael Spoljaric. Then it'll be Hayden Vickers, Tom Norville, Daryl Nucky, Caleb Evans, William Caruso, and Nicole Southby. Good to have Nicole.
Okay guys, so one of our better first heats. So we have changed a little bit with torsion bars and we did a little bit with tyre pressures, but it was fast but a little bit of a handful, but I kept the tyre pressures afterwards, and I probably should have done them a bit closer to the race because they were pretty low, but maybe that gave him a bit of grip. So okay, what did it feel like out there, Sam?
Yeah, it was good. It was good for 90% of the race. Just a couple of times it was on a real knife edge and wanted to push up to the wall, which was a little bit hairy. But other than that, it was good. Happy.
So we're just going to leave it the same, and hopefully the tyre pressures put a bit more. Because changing the tyre pressures, that's plenty for us. And the track will get grippier and grippier as the moisture dries out a little bit. But this time of year, probably a bit of moisture even come up from the bottom. So I think it's going to be the same as last meeting where it got very grippy at the end. So I think we'll just be changing tyre pressures a bit, put a bit more in there so she's not quite so hooky. And we got Casey giving it clean. Looks better than when Sam cleans it after a meeting. Okay guys, here we go. Heat 2 starting from the back of the bus. And the track's been pretty racy tonight, so previous heat not much passing. So hopefully he can move move up a few spots and get a few points. As usual, we'll do the first lap or two and then probably hand it back to Clay Purview.
Right to lead the way. Oh, contact on the start. Cars going in all directions. The yellow lights will surely come on. Although we remain green down the back straight. There's the yellow. Wingless sprints. Run away. As they head down through the opening set of turns, our leader is James Rodder. The Bordertown Bandit out in front in car number 38. Head through turn number 3 and 4. The 9 of Normie Moore trying to run him down. Normie doesn't get to steer these cars too often, but he's jumped behind the wheel tonight, doing a nice job. Daryl Nucky in the 3rd spot. Then it's Tom Norville, the rookie, in the 72, the ex-Joel Chadwick Australian title winning race car. Has great equipment, does Norville, the youngster, the teenager. Dirt kart extraordinaire for many years, even though at his young age. But our leader is James Rodder. Normie Moore in the 2nd spot, then Daryl Nucky, then Tom Norville, then a bit of a gap back to Nicole Southby, and Sam Martin, who's sitting back there in P6, is the fastest car on the racetrack, but he's buried here in heat number 4. Leader is Rodder. Moore, the battle for is 3 wide. Norville working the outside groove in that bright green chassis race car. The Triple X working the high groove out of turn number 4. And Norville, only a handful of starts, JC. He's looking pretty good out there.
Yeah, he was pretty lucky a few moments ago. Kind of almost got over the right rear of Normie Moore. Oh, Nucky now does get into the left rear. He's completely disabled the front end now. He's knocked it out. In just a few moments, here we go. Oh, look at that. Gee, he nearly sent Norville up and over again. Now let's have a look one more time. You see that he just pushed a fraction, didn't he, Nucky? Pushed up into him. Rodder couldn't read my own handwriting at the start of this one. Thought it was an S8. It was actually a 38 in my program for the lineup in this one. But Rodder's doing a really good job here, keeping his nose clean out in front as he completes another lap. There's the 9 of Normie Moore. Got a bit of the old Casey Kane font with the 9 on the tail tank. Norville. Oh, he's looking for another run, and Sam Martin now drops to the bottom. He's side by side with Norville. Can he go a 2 for 1? He gets one, but Norville now blasts back around the outside of him. Gee, the track is beautiful here tonight. And look at Norville. Shows great defiance here in fending off Martin, who moves up track himself and steers the thing up into 3rd. Moore now in front of him. Martin, he's going to have to commit up top, or will he drop down low? We're about to find out. James Rodder on his final lap. Normie Moore's in 2nd. Martin and Norville continuing to duke it out for 3 and 4 respectively. The checkered flag is coming out. Rodder will be a victor. Moore in for 2nd, Martin 3rd. I'd say Martin's probably shored up a front row, or maybe at least a 1st or 2nd row start for the main.
Okay guys, so heat 2, pretty bloody good. From the back up to 3rd, and the car was hooking up crazy, so probably a slight handful, but looks pretty good. And what do you think, Sam? How's that car feeling?
Good. Yeah, no, real happy. A little bit harder to drive in traffic, but yeah, we haven't changed anything, so we're going to be off the front row.
Oh yeah, forgot to tell you, we're off pole. Got pole position, so but he's going to have Bradley Vaughan on his outside. He's been going pretty quick all night.
Not getting too excited. Last time I got pole last year at Horsham, and I screwed that meeting up, so if we can just finish top 3, that'll be good. That'll probably sew up the series for us too, if we haven't already. So, and touch wood, keep the car in one piece, be a good end of the year.
And this is why we park next to the pitches. How good is this? Sonia over here has got this brilliant setup. We've got the pumpkin soup. I've just had some of that. Absolutely fantastic. What do we got in here? Sausage rolls. We got to try one of those. We'll do a Gilligan test here. 9.8. That's my review. Fantastic setup. We usually only park next to them to get spare parts, but now it's for the food. Isn't it, Michael?
Yeah, mate. It's all good fun.
Okay, guys, here we go. Feature 30 laps, I think it is. Sam on the inside, Rodder on the outside, Vaughan behind Sam, Jenna Curver starting at 4. So, see how we go.
Laps up on the counter. And a big moment now for Sam Martin and also James Rodder on the front row. Our final wingless sprint race of the season is underway here at Murray Bridge. As they make their way into turn number 1 and 2 for the first time, they're sorting themselves out further back. Our leader is going to be Sam Martin in the 66. Brad Vaughan looking to the inside of James Rodder. Can't get it done. Rodder remains second. Jenna Curvers slides the 18 in there. Still in the 4th spot. As Martin started the season with a feature win. Can he end it as well? He's got a pretty good hot rod right now. He's out to almost a second lead. As he heads down through turn number 3 and 4. Look at Brad Vaughan to the inside of James Rodder as we crossed briefly to our back straight cam. There's the action for second. Rodder, Vaughan, Jenna Curvers. Then it's Mason Merritt poking his nose in, trying to join the party in the 55. As they click down another lap. Out in front at Sam Martin, but the battle for second's a good one right now.
Yeah, it certainly is. Through comes our leader. Gee, he was lucky to miss the 33 of Evans, who was pulling. That's Lachlan Evans. Oh, someone's upside down. Brad Vaughan in turn 1. Be very interesting to see whether or not, did he get over the right rear?
Oh,
he did.
yeah.
Oh, he did. That was a big one.
Bigger than I thought it was, yeah.
To orbit, and let's watch it here. Just gets over it there. And he launches into the fence. It's probably lucky the rear nerf cushioned a lot of that blow into the concrete.
Just a lot of racing. If you head over to the USA, we're back underway here at Murray Bridge. And Sam Martin, outstanding restart. He's out to quite a gap already over James Rodder. Jenna Curvers can sense a win here in the 18. All over the back of the 38. So too Mason Merritt having his best run of the season and aboard that 55 as the caution light is out for Steve Winwood. Bit of an in-joke across the headset. So here we go, back to the restart. 25 remaining. Only 5 laps into it. And once again, Sam Martin very quickly off the restart. James Rodder, Jenna Curvers. Up hard into the wall in turn number 2.
Is that Norville?
That certainly is. Tom Norville, I think it might be.
Here we go on our SRV replay. Oh, we see him riding the wheel and then clouting the concrete.
So,
lights out. I'll take it for 5 here. Slamming Sammy Martin in the 66. He's off and running. James Rodder's in second. Jenna Curver's back there in position number 3. Racing Mason, much more competitive tonight in 4th at the moment. He almost nudges the back of Curver's 18 car. Spiky Boy back there in 5th. Michael Spoljaric. He's looking for a bit of a dive bomb here on Mason. He has a bit of a shot, but he cops some understeer. And now we've got the 9 of Normie Moore. He's having a pretty good night at the skids. A little further back will be Hayden Vickers. So he's currently sitting in about 7th, I reckon, in the running order, Vickers. Yeah, he's 7th. Rotten Robbie Hurd in 8th, and Caleb Evans, Will Caruso rounding out the top 10. But look at the, oh gee, I was going to say, look at the form and pace of our leader.
Caution in turn 2. Another one, the wall of death in turn 2. I think it might be the 82 of Caleb Evans. Rode, you can see he rode up the racetrack, up the wall. He's getting out of the car very quickly, which is great to see.
Yeah, he's knocked the front end clean out of that car. And I don't know if you saw it, Phil, but there was a midway through the 3-4 turns. I was just about to talk up our race leader, and he hit a little bit of a bump there and copped quite a bike. Was lucky he was able to hang on to it. Lucky he's good on 2 wheels as well. He was able to salvage it nicely.
Yeah, I missed that. I was actually looking at the 1-2 end, and that was just as the accident occurred. So the Flying Mullet is out of this one. Here in the wingless sprint, Main. So we'll see how we go on the restart. Sam Martin leads away again. James Rodder, Jenna Curvers in the 3rd spot. Mason Merritt, who's at Norm Moore, trying to work the outside on Spoljaric in the 19. But out in front again, Sam Martin is just able to get out and run. Well, a little untidy there on the exit of turn number 4. Jenna Curvers trying to work the outside of James Rodder in turn 1. Draws up alongside, makes the pass. Impressive stuff on the high side of the racetrack, and Mason Merritt says the top of the racetrack looks pretty fast to me, and he tries to rail it through 1 and 2 as well. Rodder needs to move up track. Inside groove's not working well. Helga Spoljaric slides it in there in the 19, gets by Merritt. Will he try the slider on James Rodder? He does. Oh, contact! And upside down goes James Rodder. Well, see some racing on next season. So there's Spoljaric wasn't anywhere near clearing him, was he? Unfortunately, on that occasion.
No, it's pretty well flush wheel-to-wheel contact, though.
There you go, it is. It's right rear on left rear.
Yeah, it's not the best of circumstances for us to... But tickets on sale for the Sprint Car Australian Championship, 1st of July. Sam Martin leads them away again in the 66. Jenna Curvers in 2nd place. Gee, she's a courageous campaigner. That pass a few laps back going into turn number 3. She just pitched the car in there with reckless abandon. Looking very racy here through the 1-2 turn. But our leader, he's got 13 laps remaining here. The 66 of Slammin' Sammy Martin, looking to bookend the season with another win.
Yeah, looking very good right now. There's the battle for 3rd. Curvers was able to maintain the 2nd spot, but Hayden Vickers has the hot rod right now on the racetrack. I don't think they're going to catch the lead. Yellow lights are on right in front of us. It's the spin from the 55 of Robert Hurd.
Here we go. Sam Martin leads them away. Vickers is all over Curvers here. In fact, goes the dive bomb in 1 and 2. Can he get it done? Oh, they almost trade some tyre paint. Curvers coming back. How about that for retaliation? The young lady not done with yet. 110% commitment going into turn 3. and Martin continuing to drive away from them. What a performance from him. Vickers having another go. Curvers just going the big don't argue and continues to run in second with 4 laps to go.
Yeah, great battle for that runner-up spot. Jenna Curvis just will not relinquish that second position, but Sam Martin will not give away the race lead. He's been almost wheel perfect, other than maybe 1 or 2 little moments, but he's been the fastest car clearly all race as they come through turn number 3 and 4. This time by it'll be 2 to go. Curvers, Vickers again to the outside. Oh, Curvers just drove up track, just took the line away from the 98. Was there contact coming out of turn number 2? Vickers and Curvers side by side, 1 to go for our race leader Sam Martin. But the battle for second is going to go right down to the wire. Oh, Vickers tried the move there in turn number 1, through 3 and 4 for the final time. Sam Martin to win his second feature of the season in the 66. The second will go to Curvers. Oh, Vickers got all out of shape. I think Moore got him, he did, on the finish line. Normie Moore got second, Hayden Vickers, Moore got third. Back to Hayden Vickers in fourth. Spoljaric got back to fifth. William Caruso, Aaron Kennett, Robert Hurd, and Steve Winwood, the only other finisher. I think there were more cars with the DNF than crossed the final checker of the season. But Sam Martin wins it over Jenna Curvers, Normie Moore, Hayden Vickers and Michael Spoljaric, rounding out the top 5 in the final event of our 2023-24 Murray Machining Sheds Murray Bridge Speedway.
To be there, him and his son, so he gave us a few little tune-up tips after the first heat, so big thanks to Leon. So giving him a few more tips there.
Yeah, I was probably a bit early, so I was trying to... But it's always good to go on the back straight. The more you come around that corner, the more susceptible you
Yeah, they are, yeah.
For a bonsai. So give yourself
It's just getting that predictable because there's that many restarts.
Awesome job.
Well done.
Well done. Thanks for your good job. Well done, Dad.
Main man here, Leon.
Wolf shocks.
Thank you. Wolf shocks. They're the ones to get, guys. But obviously, if anyone else goes to you, Leon, don't set them up the same as ours.
And in first place on 416 points, had a perfect run tonight, Sam Martin. Yeah, oh god, yeah. I want that pose again.
Every time.
Okay, guys, well, that's a bit of a wrap for this season. Ended up being pretty good. Won the first feature of the year and the last one of the year, so pretty happy with all that. We've got Sam here tidying up, and he'll get in the shed and have a bit of a chat with you. So we might have to leave that front beam bent. It seemed to go pretty good with the bent front beam. So just going to put a bit more of this rubbish away and ready to go. I've got pictures over here. Look at them. All got the sausages going. And, yeah. Got our man Andy Thomas over there and Susie. I better go and help pack up. and get this car loaded. Catch you guys later.
G'day guys, finally put a whole night together. We started strong, finished strong. I'll try and keep it short, but I've got a few people I want to thank. Track was a little bit greasy to start off with, and yeah, the car was great. Usually we're going backwards at that stage, so big thanks to Nate Truan and Matthew Tyler. They've been helping me out the last few weeks with setup ideas. They've been pretty much an open book for me, so thanks guys, couldn't have done it without you too. Feels good to finally have that issue sorted, hopefully anyway. And the car was great when it was juiced up as well, and we made very little changes throughout the night. Yeah, heat 1 was heat 1, don't really have to explain too much about that. Heat 2 was good. We started at the back. We just freed the car up a little bit. If I was starting at the front, I would have left it because it was probably going to be even better. But when you're in traffic, you just want the car a bit freer so you can sort of manoeuvre a bit easier in traffic. So yeah, we just freed it up a little bit. Made probably one main mistake I made in that heat was for the battle for third. Car in front went high where I was going to go, and I just went down low automatically and got caught in a battle down low for far too long. In the end had to yield and just went up high and around him where I knew I was quick, so I should have just done that from, bide my time. Leon from Wolf Shocks had a good chat to me about it as well, so yeah, that's probably just experience, just to hang on a bit and yeah, wait for the opportunity to go high when it's like that. And that would have gave me a couple more laps at the next 2 cars, but in the end I got third in that heat, so I still got to be happy with that. That put me off pole. Feature, we sort of read the track that it was going to get hookier, whereas 12 months ago I wouldn't have had a clue what I was doing, and I still barely do, but told Dad I wanted to free it up, so we ended up adding some stagger, which was probably a real good move in the end. Yeah, made a good start, tried to get clear. I had a feeling the track was going to get rough from last week, so got clear, went hard for the first 15 laps or so. We had that many stoppages, so that made it a bit difficult to get clear, but I got good practice on my restarts, and watching the replay I seemed to get clear on most of them, so that was good. Yeah, and then the last red, Andy Thomas was on the infield because he had issues, and he come over, waved me down and just told me to settle down, so I knew I had speed and a bit of space to try different lines in turn 4, because that's where I was struggling. There's a couple of ruts that were getting pretty rough, and a couple of times it spat me towards the wall, so yeah, I knew I had a bit of space, so I sort of backed off a bit going into the corners, and so it was hard because you sort of got to get the car to brake when it's that tight, and then I was sort of got a good brake technique to keep it low, scrub off some speed to stay on the pole line, and up high was probably quicker but not much quicker, and it was a lot safer down low, so thanks to Andy for that. Otherwise I probably would have been still going hammer and tongs and could have spat myself into the wall. So thanks Andy. I was trying to watch the big screen to see if I was clear, but most of the time I wasn't getting filmed when I went past, so I was assuming I was probably clear. Usually they film the cars in front if there's a battle, but yeah, I wasn't 100%. Yeah, so from there I just tried to drive a smart race and brought it home for the win. Big thanks to Dad as usual. Casey Reed come into the pits, helped out, didn't stop working all night, so thanks mate, great young lad, so really appreciate it. Who else? Congratulations to Normie Moore and Jenna Curvis. I think that was Jenna's first podium from what someone told me, so well done. I'm not sure about Normie, but he doesn't get the race too often at the moment with dealing with Tyson Martin's car, so yeah, it's good for him to get a podium. I think that's about it. Stephen Winwood, he first meeting, not starting rear of the field, first heat, gets a win. unreal. I don't think many drivers would have done that. So, and he was in the heat in front of me, and yeah, he just drove a good, smart race. Yeah, and I think that's about it. Thanks to all my sponsors. I'm not sure when the next video is going to be. We hadn't announced it, but it was supposed to be racing in the Australian long track titles in Brisbane, but we're not sure on the nominations. So yeah, we won't know for probably a week or so if that's going to go ahead, which is a little bit annoying because with work and that, I've already booked my flights to get up there, so I might have wasted a bit of money there. But it is what it is. Yeah, but we'll let you know, and I'll pump out a couple of videos in the off season, whether it's on the solo, practicing or whatnot. So yeah, that's about it. Thanks to everyone for following, subscribing. We're actually got monetized now, so that's good. Hopefully we can keep growing the channel, and yeah, we will see you whenever. Catch you guys.